This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2022 Cedar Creek fifth wheel. Model number 360RL for rear living. This is a how-to video, so I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work, okay? You start off, obviously, this is your spare tire, and you use this shaft here to crank it up and down. You have 6 jacks on this, 6 leveling jacks, so it's a 6-point system. It's hydraulic, and it's auto leveling, so I'll show you that when we get to the control panel on the other side. Alright, you have slide toppers, a power awning over the or a power awning with LED strip, outside speakers. That's just for a coil sprayer, some power. That has to do with your touch panel there. This is your central vacuum. You change the bags out here. TV hookup and power in case you wanted to put a TV out here. Okay, you have 2 30-pound tanks here, full, and it has an automatic changeover regulator. Alrighty. Storage up front, air ride system. And this is your controller for your automatic stabilizing system. So obviously on and off. Basically what you're going to do, the 2 most common things are, or the 3 most common things, you can operate the front landing gear independently, just here up and down. That'll just do your front landing gear. Auto level is the next thing you use most often. And then, let me see here. Let me do this right. Auto hitch height. You can see that's right there. You would choose auto hitch height and then enter. The reason you don't do auto retract that often, because it'll nose drive the trailer. It won't hurt anything, but it even retracts the front, so it'll be pointing down. So what you want to use is auto hitch height. Auto hitch height is the last position this trailer was in before you auto leveled. So you pull into the campground, you unhook it, and then you auto level it. So the reason you're going to use auto hitch height is going to put it right back in that same position that it was when you unhitched it and auto leveled. So theoretically you should be able to slide right in underneath it and you're all set. These are to control your jacks independently of each other. You'd have to go into auto mode. Well, let's see try that here. Manual level it's called, so you can operate those manually. Okay? Alright. This is your battery compartment here. You also have your hydraulics here. Okay. Let me look up. Oh no, I don't have to look up front. This is the other side of your pass-through. You have a reel here for a water hose. These are your vacuum attachments for your vacuum system. This is your portable sprayer, obviously, right here. Your 3/4 inch crank to get the spare tire down, and that is your dump hose there. So, all right, let me see if there's light here. There we go. So this is your leveling system, or excuse me, your water system here. First of all, you see the two gray tanks and the black tank. The black tank is toilet water and waste, obviously. The bath tank is sink and shower water, and the gallon tank is your kitchen sink. Okay. When you're operating this, you have all these options. You can see there's a drawing for each option. So right now we're set for, let me see how he's got it set here, to winterize the trailer. So the trailer's winterized. You can see the valves are in that configuration. The most common way is going to be city water. If you just hook the hose right up here, and if you have a city water hookup, you do that. You put in that position, and everything works from the city water hookup. Now, if you're camping someplace that doesn't have plumbing on the campsite, you have to pre-fill the tank. You can fill the tank in this position, and then you can run the pump in this configuration here. You can run the pump, so it pumps water out of the fresh water tank. Everything will work just as though you have city water. It'll just be pumping from the tank. Winterized and then sanitized. So you have all those options. That's the hook up there. This is your black tank flush right here. So after you dump your black tank, you can leave this valve open. You have to leave the valve open, like it says on the sticker here. You hook the hose at the dump station on there, turn around, and it'll spray out the inside of your black tank. It'll clean off the sensors, that sort of thing. Just get it nice and clean. So if there's a working hose at the dump station that hasn't been run over, you can use that. Okay, I highly recommend it. Let me take this off of here so we can look at it. This is your water heater. It's a 10-gallon water heater. This is your anode rod and plug here. It takes an 1 1/16 6-point socket. This is a, we'll get you another one of these. That's no good. So the thing to remember, this works on both gas and electric. So this switch right here in the lower left-hand corner operates the heating element that's behind this cover. Always make sure you fill the tank back up before you turn that on, otherwise you'll burn out the element. So keep that in mind, never run it empty or dry. So that controls the electric heating element. Now inside there'll be a switch that controls the gas burner here. I'll show you that when we get inside there. But like I said, 1 1/16 6-point socket, and your anode rod goes right in here with the plug. Okay. All right, so let me see here. You have it's a 50 amp system, so you have your 50 amp cord plus reducers. That's where your dump hose hooks up, obviously. Up here, just so you know, if you're venting to the outside, this is the range hood vent out here, up here. So if you're venting to the outside, you want to get up on a ladder and push up on the baffle to break it free, so it'll actually flap freely when you're venting. Keep that in mind, that it won't vent to the outside unless that baffle's flapping freely. Okay. You're pre-wired for a backup camera, so you can add that anytime you choose if you want to. You have a ladder, which is a great thing because the manufacturer states you should inspect a roof every 60 days. So you want somebody to go up there and look around, make sure there's no cracking or separation at the sealant, make sure there's no damage to the roofing material or roofing attachments, you know, by, let's say, low branches or road debris flipping up there, that sort of thing. So you're just staying ahead of things by inspecting it. That's not just this trailer, it's all trailers need to be inspected, okay? Alrighty. So we'll start, let's see here. Let me do it this way. We'll start down here. This is your vacuum system here. You can put the attachments right in here, obviously, but you can also just sweep the pile of dirt right there and push on that, and it'll suck the dirt right in there, which is cool. This is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be green. If not, get it serviced. This is your power converter right here. This converts AC to DC power. So you start off when you're plugged in with 110 AC, and these are circuit breakers like you'd see at home. They're all labeled, right? Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC on this side, and you have 12 volt fuses, as you can see, and they're labeled. This is also a battery tender, so it'll sense how much energy your battery needs up front and always keep it charged up. So this will also charge your battery. All right. Now as we move up here, let's do this. Okay. So this is your solar controller. You have a solar panel on this. You can't really, maybe you can read the numbers on it, I'm not sure, but I'll just talk you through it. It's set for a wet battery. If you change the battery to gel or lithium or anything like that, you have to physically change this. You can look in your manual for that. It's very simple. But right now it says wet. That's what we want. Right now it's telling us there's 14.4 volts in the battery, which is perfect. Okay, I push this once, and right now we're gaining just 0.2 amps because it's overcast and we're on the side of the building. It'll change throughout the day depending on where you're parked, the position of the sun in the sky, and the time of day, and the weather conditions, all that. So right now we're just gaining 0.2 amps to the battery from the solar panel. If you push it again, 0.3 amp hours, and back to 14.4 volts. So you get 3 readings from it: your voltage, your gain from your solar panel, and then your amp hours. Okay? All right. So there's also, for these, there are also apps you can get for your phone for both these things here. So your touch paddle is very simple. Turn your master lights on. You can do them independently of each other. You can check your how full each one of your tanks are. You can turn your water pump on and off. You have tank heaters, which are heating pads on your holding tank, so it extends your season. You can turn that on there. And I'm not going to go through everything. You can work it out, but there's your HVAC, your slide outs. You just really have one button because they're hydraulic slides, so you just hold the button down until all your slide outs go out. That's for your awning, obviously, so on and so forth, okay? Alrighty. So, this is for your ceiling vent. It's a really good one, and it's got sensors on it. It's got all sorts of things, but you can control it from here. And that would be this one up here. It's a great thing. Also, you know, people use it to cool the trailer down, obviously, but if you've got a bunch of people over and it's the time of year where you might get condensation from your breath, for example, you can just turn that on low, and it'll pull all the condensation right out. This talks about for your system here, your Firefly touch panel system. You can get your app. You just scan this doohickey here, and it'll take you where you need to go. That is just a sensor for your HVAC. You have regular 110 AC refrigerator. Okay. Always keep this thing screwed in here so the doors and drawer don't slide open and damage it in transit. Put dents in your doors. Your keys are hanging on your faucet here. While I'm looking at it, this is your tire monitor. We'll talk to you about that when you pick up. It looks like it's already programmed, I would think. So we'll talk to you about that when you pick up, and you can just check the pressure of your tires, the temperature of your hubs, that sort of thing. All right. Microwave works like any other microwave, right? And it's also the vent. You got a 2-speed vent here and a light. I showed you the vent on the outside where this vents to, and you remember you always want to open that baffle up. Your range is very simple. You just push it in to spark it. So you turn it to where you want it, and then just depress it and it'll light. Okay. Same with the oven. It's very simple. Now on your TV you got a televator, which raises and lowers it. Here. I'm not going to go all the way with it because we got limited time, but I only have someone do this before a new file starts here. But that's your televator. More lights, of course. These are your remotes. This one here is for your fireplace. So the fireplace, you can change the intensity of it, as you can see. You can let's see what else we have here. You can set the temperature up and down here. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I am doing it, and it's all right here. And there's also a timer you can set on it also. Your TV remote is right here, and your sound is right here. Now this system here plays CDs and DVDs. It has AM FM radio. It streams in Bluetooth, so you can stream from your phone or your tablet. It has a USB port and an HDMI port. The HDMI port is an in if you want to go into it with another device. And it has 2 speaker zones. One is inside the trailer, 2 is outside the trailer. So it has everything you need, and it also has typical radio functions when you want presets and things like that. So it does everything you need. Let's see what we have here. This is a jackknife, I think. Let me make sure. No, this is actual height of bed. So that you have a bed that folds out there. You have theater seats here, and they're powered, as you can see. Always make sure that your chairs are strapped down so they don't bounce around and break something. I'm sure there's 2 more of them underneath the bed. We'll look when we get there. I think that covers this room pretty well. Okay, so let's just look in the bathroom real quick. Dual sinks, of course. Another fan. It's another 4-speed fan. It's a nice one. Shower works like any other shower. Toilet is any RV toilet. The black tank is directly below. You got a flush pedal here. You never use it dry, so after you hook up the power of the water, you come in here, put a dose of chemical in the bowl, and stand on the pedal and put about a gallon of water in the black tank along with the chemical, and you're ready to use it. Never use it dry because the smell will be terrible, plus you can get clogged up, so always do it that way. GFCI So keep in mind that's where you reset it. Another TV. Let me look back here. Yeah, let me see. Okay, another TV. And there's the remote for it. You got a dresser. And this actually tilts up, I believe. Yes, so you got hidden storage underneath there. Another heater. And you also have this is zone 2, so if you go back to the touch panel and HVAC, you can set the temperature, the cooling temperature here, plus you have the supplemental one here, of course. Let me see what we got here. So this is plumbed and wired for a washer-dryer combo if you want to add one. Or you have just tons of storage in here. A lot of storage. Like I said, we'll see if there's some chairs under here. Let me find the thing for it, if I can. Okay. Yeah, so there's 2 chairs so you have a total of 4 for the dinette there. Okay. I think we've pretty much covered it. Smoke detector, of course. If you have more questions when you pick up in a little while, we'll talk to you about it and answer any questions you have, that sort of thing. Hopefully I didn't make any mistakes on this video as I was talking. I tend to sometimes not pay attention to what I'm doing here, but I think I got it all for you. Yes. So, okay. So I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember what I said about inspecting the roof every 60 days. That's important. All trailers need to be inspected, not just this one. And right now, this trailer is winterized, so all the water's been purged from the system, replaced with antifreeze. The water heater is bypassed and empty. So it's good for the winter, okay? Thank you.